Okay, so she was your fave.
At that moment.
She's very nice. She's a very lovely
she's
girl.
She's just open and like, you know, they be on the same vibe.
On the same vibe.
Yeah.
That's real.
We just have a lot of things in common. She liked the
horniness.
Vibes. Maha vibes.
Are you horny? Me too.
Oh my God, look at that.
We have so much in common.
We should do something about it. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Once Upon a BnB. Again, it's Anns.
This is Maha, and we have a repeat guest with us here. Anna is back and brought the BFF from middle school, Anthony, a.k.a. Ann.
That's beautiful.
In the house.
What middle school did y'all go to?
One in Tennessee.
Oh,
right.
In the mountains.
Crazy.
In the hollers of Tennessee.
Facts.
I learned what a holler was from them. I'd never heard that.
If you've ever seen like
what is a holler?
Some
Some country
West Virginia is like that.
Yeah.
A holler is like what?
It's like where women chew tobacco and like
and to spit it out.
Yeah.
Like, and they'll have like these little 3 hairs off the mole and shit.
Sounds like a nice place.
Yeah.
That you'll never want to go.
Right.
So that's Tennessee, right? Okay, so we got the other tea we're talking about today, Thailand.
Yeah.
So,
This is a long story because so much happened. There might have to be a part 2, but so
With,
y'all
like,
took
different members of the group.
right. So y'all took a trip, a group trip, right? There's a lot of y'all.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it was like 11 of us.
Yeah, people came and went throughout the trip though. Like some people were flying on certain days to like link up because we had a lot of movement going on.
And then we
during
had
the trip.
people leave early.
Yeah, because it was too much for them,
Just
and they
too
was like, "We
much.
gotta go."
Yeah.
What was like it's just like a spontaneous trip? Was there a reason, a celebration, or we just all need to link up and spend time together? One
Yeah.
life to live.
Just a group trip.
Yeah, she used to live in Thailand for like a year, so
Okay.
everybody always wanted to go visit. So she planned like this elaborate trip, and I was actually supposed to go, but I opted out last minute. I was like, 11 people? I don't know about that.
I'm supposed to go on a trip with like I don't even want to say how many people it's gonna be.
Oh God, how many?
It's like I don't have a partner, but it's like a couples thing.
Oh, no.
It's like
Sounds
two
terrible.
houses. That's like 2 houses,
Drama.
and it's like 40
Right.
people.
40 people?
Oh no!
I do not want to
Oh,
go.
good
You
luck
and
with
40
that.
couples for
It's
25?
We had
Like, it's not-
meltdowns with
That's
the
tough.
7, then it
I
ended up
just
7
think
to 11.
I'm gonna be inebriated just the entire time
Yeah,
and just
gotta
kind of
be.
just separate myself.
That's it.
Yeah, you
Right. It's my friend's 30th birthday, and I've known her since like middle school. So I'm like, I feel bad
Yeah.
for saying no, but at the same time, wish me luck, guys. But you guys had a great time.
Yeah,
on your
right.
We
trip.
definitely had a good
I
time.
guess.
No, that was great stories.
It was good. I mean,
Great
even
stories,
the
yeah.
bad was good.
So first
you
things
know.
first, all 11 people made to the airport safely, or no?
Oh, no.
No, not
So
at
we
all.
lost a couple people.
Some never made
somebody
it.
lost their passport in LA, never made the flight over to China to transfer. Another person, they didn't have a big enough connection and
Had to go to Vietnam or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, wow.
And,
caught a flight to Vietnam, randomly got stuck there. It was like a fiasco. And so people didn't come when they was supposed to come.
and by the time they did get there, they were already like
Over
in a
it.
bad
Stressed
And so
out,
they went and
yeah.
did like, just real random shit that backfired.
It wasn't on the itinerary.
Nah. Yeah. But made great stories.
So when
for
you
sure.
guys made it safely, what's the first most memorable thing y'all did when y'all landed?
I think mine was when I got to China first.
Okay.
I went to the Great Wall.
Oh, you did? I didn't know you stopped in China. That's
And
awesome.
I was solo,
Got
so
stuck
I got
because
stuck.
they're
yeah.
racist in China.
They wouldn't
and
let
so
me
they
out
wouldn't
of
let
the
him
airport.
Out, even they
Yeah.
was giving him
up.
a hard time, and I was like, just wait till the shift changes and try a new set of.
And I
people.
chose
Like
that
12
flight because it
hours.
was a 15-hour layover, which was going to give me time to experience China.
Right.
Wow.
And so when I got there and couldn't get out the airport, I'm like calling Anna, and she's like trying to like tell me where to go and all this thing. It took me probably like 7 hours before
That
I
is insane.
finally could get out and go venture off. But then that was kind of terrifying.
Were
all
there
in
any
itself.
other black people or you were solo?
Solo?
Crazy.
I was all by
Well,
myself.
he was
in
by
China.
himself during that first segment
Yeah.
too, so he was just by himself, and they just.
The Great Wall of China bucket list. That's pretty
Yeah, it
awesome.
was
I've
nice.
never been.
It was
yeah.
really nice. It was an experience for sure.
But as like a group, so we were already there. I had been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then the first set came, and it was him and two of my friends. And they met us up in the north of Thailand in Chiang Mai.
I had met with the first
yeah,
in Bangkok.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then in Chiang Mai is when we went up to this little town called Pai, which is like this hippie mountain town.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like our first like
night out and adventure.
yeah, wild little extravaganza up there for the 3 days or something.
I was in awe. I loved it.
Yeah,
Well,
How
that
many
sounds
of y'all
great,
were there
yeah.
at that point?
Just 3 of us.
No,
Or 4.
4.
Yeah.
That's like the perfect number.
Yeah, if it would have
Five.
stopped there, but
5 of us. There
What
was
made it?
5. No, she met us. in
it doesn't
Chiang Mai.
matter. But anyways,
Anyway, yeah.
So y'all party for 3 days straight.
Oh, I think we were there for like 14 days.
No, we weren't. In Pai.
Oh, in Pai.
3
Okay.
days.
Okay, 3 days in Pi, 14 days total for the entire trip. So everything's cool after Pi.
Yeah.
where is this fight?
Well, Pai is whenever shit started
Let's
to
get
go
to the
like
fight.
awry. So we were staying in this really nice resort. Like it was an Airbnb resort, whatnot. Very cute. Pool tucked up.
Oh, Airbnb, you say?
Tucked up in the side. Like it's where I always used to stay when I lived there. So really nice. And when we came to the bus stop, I wanted to rent scooters. So we put all of the luggage in the back of a truck that we rented to take the luggage up. So we'd go by the scooter rental stop, and Anthony rides dirt bikes.
Yeah.
So he knows how to ride. And so I ride scooters. So I was like, me and Anthony are going to get the first round of scooters. We'll come pick y'all up, bring you back down. My
Those-
Up a
sister,
mountain.
yeah, well,
Okay.
kind of like up away a little bit. My
Okay.
sister wanted to get her own scooter. So we're all 3 riding on the back, or we're riding these scooters behind the truck.
Yeah.
Anthony's never been out the country. He's really excited. So he shouts to Lo, who's a videographer who's also on the trip as well.
Shout out to Lo.
And he's like,
Off-screen
hey,
Lo.
can you get this on video? So Lo's taking the video out of the back of the truck. When we get there, my sister gets out and she have an attitude already. And she's like, ugh, is this what we're about to do the whole trip? Like camera and video everything? Because she doesn't like
She
being in
hates
photos and
cameras.
videos and stuff. And so, Lo was like, yes, what's about to happen? And she got mad. So they got into it. And now Thailand is a very quiet,
Peaceful place.
Everybody
yes.
smiles. It's like
Yeah.
they're
Yeah,
just smiling all the time.
And it's really a cultural norm to not lose your temper in public because it's called losing face and you look stupid. So people try to keep
That should be a
composure.
cultural norm in
Right.
more
Right.
places.
How cool is that?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
So it's they put a lot of emphasis on it. So the fact that we just pulled up first day and then we were literally fighting out front of the fucking hotel and she's swinging
Literally.
helmets and it's just it's a mess.
Americans.
Yeah,
Americans
literally.
to the full. My one friend, she had to yoke up my sister to keep her from
No, not a
running
yoke.
child. It was insane. It was so insane.
Yeah. But then fast forward a little bit, everybody's chilled out and
But she got instant karma for that, though,
yeah,
didn't
that's
she?
what we're leading up to right now.
Anthony
so,
will tell you about that because
yeah.
I didn't see it. I was with the other person in that argument, calming him down.
Yeah, so I like to think of myself as a peacekeeper, try to get everybody back together. And so finally tell her, just chill out, let's go out and about, adventure. And so we get her on track, everybody gets ready, and then we get on our little mopeds and we're riding. And this is probably 20 minutes after the incident. This is the car.
Let's call it the incident.
Right. And so we're at the end of this gravel road where the little compound was, there was this little hump at the road. And you had to kind of it had
And down the hump, it was not a hump. It was an embankment that led into a creek. There was no hump. It was
Right.
down.
So what she was supposed to do was get to it and bust a left.
Oh my
But
God.
she was fresh on a moped, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she'd never rode.
She said the
No
brakes went
idea.
out. But
Something. But all I
Supposedly.
remember is we're coming over this thing and she's in front of all of us. So I'm seeing it
Is
right
this
in
on
front of
camera
me.
by the camera guy? by
No,
chance?
I wish.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Lord. So she comes over this thing and jumps the street. And her legs are both of them are all in the air, just loose. And then she's gone. I can't see her. She's
Into the
over
creek?
embank- Yes. Muddy creek.
No,
She's
no.
in this muddy
No.
creek,
No.
shoes submerged
Oh,
in mud.
gosh.
I would've
if
been
she
done
ever hears
for
this, she
her.
gonna beat both of our asses.
Good.
She'll be
Oh my gosh, I
She'll
bet
be
L'Oreal wished she could have witnessed that moment.
Right.
I would've been
But
done
all
for
I
her.
could do was laugh, and she even came out. I think it was that funny that herself was like,
She laughed?
she was rolling. Like,
Oh,
I mean,
thank
we were all
goodness.
rolling, but she broke the moped. And so she
Was
had to
sick, had to pay like
pay
$200 to get
to have it fixed. And this guy, like, out of this village hut up the road comes running to save her, you know, because she's
she,
like
like,
trying
covered
to
in
get it out,
mud?
and like it's been in the back tire and mud's just going
my God.
everywhere. And I'm just
Oh,
like,
God,
man,
I love this.
instant karma.
I'd have been so
Instant
scared just
karma.
flying over the embankment. Like that
Right.
mid-air, like
Like everything. It was like the helmet kind of, you could see lift up a little bit off
was
the
like a
head, the
cartoon
legs
scene.
like spread all out.
That is so
like,
funny.
Yeah,
Just
it
like
was
a
bad.
flying squirrel going through the air.
Right.
so once she's cleaned up, okay, she's safe, no injuries.
Oh no,
etc.
she stayed back at the spot. She
She
didn't
was
go
done
back
for
out.
that
Yeah.
whole
She pouted the rest
part
of
of
the
that.
yeah.
For sure.
for that whole part of the
I mean, we
trip.
carried on. Definitely carried on.
So the way Pi is set up, the main street is a bunch of bars, and they'll have like black light graffiti painted on the walls, and it's very like hippie, mountain hippie type
Yeah.
shit. So they have like compounds where like, you know, I call them ragtag team. You can see them all over the world. They dress in the like apocalyptic type stuff, like white folks with locks, and they like twirl fire.
Yeah.
Like they're everywhere. You find them all over the world, right?
Which that was cool.
So they have like a big compound up there, and so the ragtag team compounds have like fire twirling, and they serve like shroom shakes and whatnot, CBD shakes.
This is the mushroom
Which I
part
have
of the
never
story.
done
Awesome.
shrooms in my life
So
until
is it
this
legal
point.
there?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very
Your first time doing shrooms was in
A shroom
Thailand on
And a
yeah,
shroom shake.
at
Right.
a fire festival.
at a fire festival.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah,
It
was
kicked
nuts.
in like while they were full fire twirling.
They had everybody like under this pavilion, and the ceiling was all graffiti with black light paint.
Like a rave.
It
Yeah,
was more
but
subtle
more-
though.
Oh, but
Everybody was like
chill.
sitting
It was like a chill rave.
cross-legged,
Yeah.
you know, kind of like
Like a
connecting
hippie.
one-on-one.
Vibing.
Yeah, and then you sat there and enjoyed like this really hippie style music, and then after that they take you over to this other part of the property, and they do the fire show.
They're like, "Are you nice and tripping? Let's
Yeah.
go to the
Right.
fire
Did you
show."
trip out?
I was
What did you
So-
see?
Yeah, it was your first
Well, it
time. Tell me
wasn't
about
like-
it.
It wasn't
It
like
was
a
just,
trip
like,
like that. It was
breathing
just I
and-
like seen streams and stuff like off the lights. and-
Light. Okay.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then I did a little more tripping later on.
Hmm.
It kind of I think set in when we got on our mopeds.
Oh no.
Child, so it was me, him, and Lo, and
I lost both of them.
like I lost everyone too. Everyone lost each other.
Yeah, and like mind you, you probably
Oh,
don't
I'm
want to
so
be
scared.
solo in this area
On a
at
moped,
night.
off
Tripping on
road.
mushrooms.
I mean, you can say it's fine because you've been
I was like,
there.
it's a very
and
safe area.
I
Like everybody's
never
very.
have
They
been to
understand.
Thailand.
I
I
was
have
freaked out.
no idea what the fuck is going on.
I mean, just tripping on shrooms in a new location alone.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
and I have nobody, and I'm taking
Right.
street after street trying to find.
So you're lost?
Yes, lost.
Damn.
And then so finally, I bend this corner, and I look off to my right, and this one, Anna, is off the moped in the rice field, just staring at the full moon. Just-
out in the middle of because I've been
Just
looking for these
standing
fools
there.
for hours and I've been unsuccessful completely. And at one point, I was like, well, maybe I'm just looking too hard because like sometimes you get very like, philosophical on trips and you're
yeah.
like, I'm
It
just
will come
looking
to
too
me.
hard for
Right.
it if I just stop and then it'll just be. So I like go into this rice field and I'm sitting and it's a full moon and I'm just sitting looking up at this full
Yeah.
moon. And then all of a sudden he pop up and then
No,
L'Oreal
and then
pops
no,
up.
because I thought y'all were gonna be together. That was my idea. I was like, I'm gonna find both of them together, whatever. So, but no. So I tell Anna, I gotta find Lo. Like, I don't even know where the hell Lo's at. So again, I'm back in the streets, fucked up on shrooms. Bend another corner, Lo.
So no
Just-
cell phones.
No, nothing. Like,
Where are your
no
phones?
service up there.
Oh.
Yeah,
like-
it's like in the mountains.
right.
Yeah,
And
you're
so
not gonna
like,
have no service.
it comes down to, like I said, I bend this corner and I find Lo, like, just sitting in the middle of the street, sitting on the moped, but legs just on the ground, and he's just staring at the full moon.
Oh my God, the
What
moon
is
is literally
going
bringing
on?
everybody
Everything
together.
together.
Yeah, like
was some
that.
real
ass.
shroom shit,
And I tell him, I'm like, bro, like we gotta get back.
We gotta
man.
go.
we got to get out of
He's
here.
like, but the moon.
So you found
Yeah.
Lo first, and then y'all found me.
and then we came back. Yeah.
We've had another guest on here where they say they split up and then randomly they just run back into each other.
Yeah.
on shrooms also,
On
right?
shrooms also.
And it's
Or like
so-
acid or
to-
something.
To me, I was like literally having to think like, oh, I'm like literally been searching for these people for so long, and as soon as I stopped,
There it
appeared.
was.
Right.
You were right.
Right.
We
It
can
was
take
weird.
that. Our listeners can take that as a life lesson.
For sure.
Yes.
Okay. Y'all find
Yes.
each other. Y'all make it back safely. Next
That's when
day.
my trip kicks in.
Yeah. Talk about it.
So I get there and there's like these little gnomes or something. I don't
Around
even
the
know.
Airbnb
Like
pool.
gardens?
Oh.
There's
garden,
magical fairies.
garden gnomes. Like, but
Okay.
to me, in the moment, it could have been very spiritual. I
Right.
don't know where I was, you know. And I'm just like walking around, and I remember her holding me, like just carrying me around,
Like I
pointing
feel like
stuff
I had
out. She's
linked
like
his arm and I was
trying
showing
to
him
get me.
lizards
She's
on
like,
the wall
look at the
moving and
lizards,
stuff, like
and
leading them down.
she's like getting me to trip harder. Like,
Yeah,
"Man,
definitely.
look at that and look at this. Oh my god! And so I'm like really into it at that point, and then finally I was like, look, I need to lay down. Like I just need to lay down. And let
Shrooms
this
are
go away.
draining.
Yeah. And so that was how we ended that night.
So this was all during like their damn near like their Christmas festival. It's called Loy Krathong. It's like a celebration of light. So they send the lanterns up. I'm sure you've seen the
And there's
pictures
a
of like
whole
the thousands
bunch
of
of-
lanterns that
yeah,
get
Oh, that
released,
sounds
and they
so
send like
good.
candles down the thing. So it's beautiful. Like it's a beautiful time of the year as well. It's
Kind
like
of
my
like a carnival.
favorite
They
time
got
of
like
the
the
year,
little
too.
foods and stuff,
Yeah.
food trucks and
It's
stuff.
the
It's
perfect
really
time to
nice.
go.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is like
awesome.
day 4 out of the 14.
I think this
Day
is
like
day
3.
Okay.
Day
Early
3.
on,
Yeah,
early on.
early on.
Yeah.
So we were smooth sailing, okay, but then we get into another crazy moment.
Is this the skinny dipping next or crabby?
No, the skinny dipping was about halfway into the trip.
Yeah, there's a lot in between. A lot of stuff was regular. Like we lost a few people along the way. People got swindled by proxies and stuff. Like
Like, it was
there was a
serious.
lot of side stories.
Paid for the
going
pussy,
on.
got no pussy.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. Like just bought a lot of beer on accident. They were paying for
They're like,
pussy.
oh, did you want pussy? I thought you were trying to buy really expensive beer. My bad, but here's the beer.
Basically,
Right.
That's funny.
essentially.
So crabby?
Krabby was the end.
Well, no, let's do Phuket first.
Yeah, Phuket.
'Cause
Yeah,
Phuket
that's
was
where
a whole
I was.
mess of, because Anthony, every time I had a
Oh,
new girlfriend come
Oh,
on the
yeah.
trip, because like I had
Look.
girls that were like meeting. Every time a new girl on the trip, Anthony was like, fing, fing. Like, right. Yup.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yup.
Ladies, he's single. Just finalized that divorce. Holler at him.
Hey, chill out. Chill out.
So another friend joined the trip.
So in
Yeah,
Phuket,
and that
one
was
of the
the
last
fun. That was
members
the
that were gonna
fun.
come.
Yeah, she cussed me out the night before. The first night I met her, she cussed me out. 'cause I was
Feisty.
showering.
He's like, ooh, I
too
like
late.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
A challenge.
Quite frankly, no, I didn't give any fucks. 'Cause I mean, with or without her, I was gonna enjoy myself. But, yeah, I see.
Y'all just met. Okay, keep going.
Wait for it.
Yeah, so like the next morning was like a different her. Like I don't know. Like,
And this was a really nice Airbnb
Very
in
nice.
Phuket. Like it was a big house, like 4 or 5 bedroom house, private pool. Like came with a van that would drive us places for
like a
the
little
super
chef
low. Had
cook
a
up
chef
the-
come cook.
Yeah, it was
Great
nice.
deal. That's the
They
Airbnb
had the
portion. Now that we
maids
got
doing
that
our
out of the
laundry
way.
and things, and- so yeah, so that story, that story right there.
I'll give you the
y'all.
short version that I know of. All of a sudden, these two go missing.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
No,
So
we've
your
already,
version
I already
they had to
prefaced.
make
Minute.
up.
All right,
Y'all,
so
now I've
look.
already prefaced that Thai people are very like
Honorable and
Yes,
respectful and
reserved.
calm.
reserved. When you're out in public, you don't do messy shit. Like you just don't do it. There's no PDA. You don't touch. Your personal space is big. Like it's very respectful.
I don't
And
give
we're in a
no
market, a
fucks.
real like
I'm
regular,
giving no
degular ass
fucks at
Thai
all.
market.
A
where it's
market.
regular Thai people.
Going shopping, grocery shopping.
No.
No, we were
This
just-
is like a night market.
Yeah.
So it's like a
Oh.
bazaar. There's
You
places to
can
eat.
buy
There's
you
Oh,
shopping.
like a Thai
okay.
flea market.
It's like a whole like just like
It's
a little dirty
huge,
Thai
though.
market. It's
Huge.
great, beautiful.
Hold on, we gotta back up though.
Do we?
Should we? That's the
To what?
question.
Where are you backing up to?
I know you just want to say what you did
look,
in the
so-
market.
That's what we're getting to.
Yeah, we gotta work
There's
up
shenanigans in the market. They was fucking making out at the table. We're surrounded by Thai people. They're over there making out, PDAing. All the Thai people are like,
to that. And
They're like,
mind
"Oh, I
you,
hate
like,
you.
and we're
Yeah, I
dressed
hate you
down,
too.
right? We're
Uh."
dressed down in Thailand. But we should probably not even be dressed down. I think she had like a $10,000 dress on or some shit.
this my one friend. She gets
She-
extra, so she had heels on, like a Gucci dress or something,
It
like a
was-
designer
we were-
dress.
and
Like
I'm
just
over
doing
here,
the most.
you know, we were just doing way too much. But long story short, we end up in this bathroom, like
dirty.
but I'm talking
like I'm talking about hole in the floor
bathrooms
type
are like
bathroom. It's
plastic, and like the stalls are like you lean too hard and it might fall all of them over, type situation. And not to go into detail, but
things happened in the bathroom.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think that's, trips are trips.
Yeah.
Things happen.
Good answer, Annsleigh. Trips are trips. Things happen.
And then now, how many of us are there at that point? Like, we're upward of 9 maybe at this point.
Yeah, because that girl
her friend.
Yeah, I don't really remember her too much.
So there's about 9 of us at this point. So we're in a Sprinter van.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
And
all right,
3 of my girlfriends are sitting in the front seat.
Those 3 I'd already had kind of entertained a little bit, and so I didn't want to.
He was fucking with every girl on the trip and had everybody mad at each other.
My new girlfriends came, it was like ding ding.
Well, they were
Anthony
thing too.
So
boy. It, like I'm entertaining what's entertaining.
But they didn't necessarily know.
They knew.
Oh, they knew.
They definitely knew.
Everybody knew everything that was happening.
They knew.
Yeah.
But
she was just a different breed of them. So
I know what you're talking about. Necessarily knew what was going on in the back.
Yeah, the Sprinter van.
No. Yeah, no. So me and Lo were in the middle, and so we peeped what was going on. So we're over here trying to make like a whole blockade.
Like we're
like, hey guys,
arms.
nothing going on back here, nothing to see. Meanwhile, they're in the back of the Sprinter doing God knows what.
Yeah,
but we're just trying to protect.
Wild.
It was insane.
You're a wild one.
Wait, this is with the girl from the bathroom or a different?
No, a different one.
No, that's the girl from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Same girl.
But she was the last. She was the last one to
last
join.
of the 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was your fave
at that moment.
She's very nice. She's a very lovely girl.
She's just open and like they be on the same vibe.
On the same vibe.
Yeah,
that's real.
We just had a lot of things in common. She liked the
horniness.
Vibes. Maha vibes.
Are you horny? Me too.
Oh my God, look at that.
We have so much in common.
We should do
there was a substance that kind of brought it all together. There was a substance, and
we're gonna blame it on the substance.
So yeah, it was because it for sure was.
No, there was a substance.
No, there was a substance, and we won't have to go into that. But we both enjoyed that substance, and so like the next day after meeting her and her cussing me out for the first time, she walks in because we had a shared bathroom basically. Like the rooms had doors to the same area, and so I just happened to get out of the shower and I was in there doing the substance, and the door opens and I'm like, fuck, like obviously I don't like people knowing my business, not that type of person, but she saw it and she was like
he's telling all of his business on this podcast.
Yeah, fuck it.
I mean,
but so she sees and she's like, oh my God, like
you too?
That
you
shit,
like that substance? I also like that substance.
It was a
You're
little more
naked? I'm horny.
Here we go.
That's kind of what it was. She was just like, I really like, she was like, that shit makes me horny. And I was like, and I looked at her, I was like, well, me too. Like, would you like some? And she was like, yeah. So that's
want to get horny together?
That's where it started. Yeah.
Well, common ground builds a lot of friendship.
Yeah, and we still friends today. She calls, periodically, and we talk, and
Your fave, knew it.
Yeah, she cool.
Where are we all going in the Sprinter?
Back from that market.
Okay.
Damn, y'all couldn't wait. Y'all just making out.
They were out of control. That's why we were trying to protect them, man. We were trying to protect them in the middle.
It was the substance.
From the judgment
Look,
of
I was
others,
honestly
from
trying to wait, and you can vouch that. I truly was. Advantage was taken on every level. Advantage was taken, but and I was for it, but I was trying to. I didn't know which way I was really gonna go and who I was really gonna try to vibe with. It was like one of those dating shows. You just want to give everybody a chance.
Give everybody a date.
Give everybody a chance first before you just lock it in, kill everything. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't trying to do that.
It was MTV's Next.
Thailand edition.
Next. Right, Thailand edition.
Yeah. So, but then it caused drama. All the
let's get to
girls
the drama.
found out and.
Because they were like, oh, it wasn't.
You're such a dick. I did too. Damn it.
The staircase conversation.
Child, that is neither here nor there.
Yeah,
that was just
move on.
Anyway. Do you remember the Thai girl that we brought on the yacht? Because the 2 girls missed their flight in South Korea, and so we had 2 spaces on the yacht that had already been paid for. So we did a whole yacht day. So one of the other guys had met a Thai girl out at the club scene the night before, cute as fuck, but really seemed really sweet. and nice. What was her name?
Doesn't matter.
Pimp.
Pin.
It was
Pimp?
Pimp.
Oh,
Pim.
God.
It was
Either way.
Pim. Pim. It was Pim.
It was Pimp.
No, it was Pim. P-I-M.
It was Pimp. Pip?
Pip.
Pip.
Off camera. Oh, now you want to be on DF show.
I know.
We just got some
We told you to
information.
mic up, sir.
We tried to get low in on this, but he's
I
shy.
think it was Pip or something, but I called her Pimp the whole time.
What up, Pimp?
Mind
Yeah.
you, she's like seems so reserved on the yacht, and we're having we're drunk twerk off basically.
Oh, I got the videos.
Oh, we
Maybe
don't-
I should
but
send
no,
those
no,
to y'all
they-
for just a
no,
little.
Don't send those videos. That nobody needs to see those. You need to delete them immediately.
I will
Nah,
never.
that's on the podcast now. Too late.
I
No
will
take backs. No take
never.
backs.
I will
Send those.
never.
Send
So
those.
it's just like a debauchery, just like having fun on the yacht. All of a sudden, the Thai girl just starts breaking it down, and mind you, there's
She
like
kills everybody.
and three of my other friends, and from Atlanta, like can dance,
Wait,
whatever.
Thai girls got us?
No, I'm telling
This
you,
one
she
had
she showed out all of
What?
us. She
I'll
dropped
show you.
into a
Asians don't
split.
have to be
I'm
video.
talking about
She
ass
was
that
like
was literally wrapped
clapping her
around the
ass,
pole.
dropped into a
Like,
split, like was doing whole stripper moves, and all of us were like,
She'd been
Oh.
watching American TVs all
Oh.
life.
she's definitely been like taking
She has
classes.
been waiting for that moment her entire life.
She's been
Yes,
taking
for
classes,
sure.
dance classes at YouTube University for sure.
For sure. 'Cause
Oh
she
my gosh,
tore
she
that
couldn't
thing
wait.
up. She tore it up, yo. She had the water on her because I had like this little water hose, and
Just
she's
out
like,
the blue.
and I'm loving life. I'm
Like that, she's
loving it.
next.
And we're drinking on some shit called Hong Thong.
She's motherfucking
Everything is
next.
like sexual over there, obviously, like, whatever. So this alcohol is like Hong Thong. What was it called?
Hong Tong.
Hong Tong, but
It's like a real
it looked
strong,
like
it's
Hong Thong,
damn near like
you know?
moonshine. Tastes like it's strong and like whiskey.
And by this
throat.
time, we are wasted.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we had been on this fucking yacht for hours, and the sun has beat us up. And so the storm starts like closing in, and they're like, well, if, we'll take you over here to this other swim spot
I don't even remember this part.
where we skinny dipped. And then the other boat pulled up, and I'm naked. And they're jumping in the fucking boat with like snorkel suits and shit. I'm like, so they see everything right now.
Snorkels on. He's butt ass naked swimming in the water. He
It's
don't care. He's
raining.
still swimming. He's
It's
like, I'm gonna give him a
raining.
show.
Yeah, I think it was what, the Ottoman Sea or some shit we was at.
Yeah,
like,
it was.
yeah, it was. Yeah, that was a trip. That was a trip for sure.
Dang, from shaking ass to skinny dipping.
Yeah,
Sprinter vans. Well, that's probably. I know we have a lot to talk about, but we're gonna bring y'all back for part 2.
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, and do the last part. Maybe get low to come out. from
Yeah,
those.
I
The
think-
last
I
part
think
is
we might
much
have
more
the
another-
stories that I have with Lo are
Right, that's
very,
part 2.
very good, very good. Stay tuned for that one for sure.
Wow. I don't know about the listeners, but I definitely have to one day eventually go to Thailand.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Put
My
that on the
favorite
bucket
place
list.
ever.
If you really want to go, I have pre-planned itineraries because I've done it for multiple people. So I have
So,
like
like-
a 10-day, I have a 14-day. It hits all the highlights depending on like what your vibe is and which islands. And what
Airbnb
season it
listeners,
is.
she'll sell it to you for a
Right.
very
Yeah, I
low
can do
price.
that.
Hit her up.
Yeah,
You want an
forever
itinerary?
alone.
Have you all over the
Good,
place.
like travel plan.
Yeah.
I've thought about it. People
Yeah.
tell me I should a lot because I do it for people for free, and then they be having like the time of their lives.
And they can get back reviews. Yeah. Next time
Next time,
on Once Upon A BnB, it's Anns.
this is Maha.
This is Anna.
And I'm Anthony.
And these are our lovely guests, and we're out, guys.
Come back for part 2.
Have a good one.